As the youngest of 7 children, I often felt like it was my birthright to complain. And I was on one of my adolescent rants one time, and my mother sat me down at the kitchen table and filled a glass halfway. She came back and set the glass down between us, and she said, "Half full or half empty?" And I got stuck on dumb for a second because, of course, it's a trick question. And my mother proceeded to say that, "Son, how you choose to answer that question is how you will live your life. Because your life will always be both half full and half empty. And if you choose to see your life as half empty, if you choose to see your life for the things that you don't have, then you will never fill your cup. But if you can see your life as half full, if you can recognize the things that you do have in your life, then your cup will fill up and it will overflow, and you can share that with others." This is kind of how I think about Tupac Shakur's poem, where he describes young people growing up in urban poverty as the roses that grow from concrete. And Pac says, when you see a rose growing in the concrete, you don't question its damaged petals. Of course it has damaged petals. It's growing in the concrete. Instead, you celebrate its tenacity and its will to reach the sun. Now, if we do nothing about this concrete, what we know is that some roses will still find their way through the concrete. But what we've done is we've begun to use the classroom as a space of intervention. And for the last 18 plus years, what we've attempted to do is to address the material conditions of kids in our community in the classroom, to add some additional resources down into the concrete through the cracks. More water, more light, more soil. And as a result, we've been able to grow more roses than most. The way that we've been able to do this is that we use a looping system. So we take cohorts of young people and we stay with them over multiple years. And so 3 years later, with our last cohort, what you see is that retention is up, college going is up, GPAs are up, all the measurables that we want in schools we're able to get. And when you compare that with the broader district data, you see that we have a level of uncommon success. Now this picture that you see right here is actually a picture of the last cohort, the day that they graduated. And they're on our porch at our house. And the little bubbles you see next to each of their names are the 4-year colleges and universities that they went off to. Now we have